What would you say were the 3 learnings from this sales program for you?
No particular order. I would say that emotional connection.
Mm.
Really focused in on any opportunity I can obtain to pull out more emotion with a client at any point. I'm finding that it is leading to more interest.
Yes.
And these could be good emotions. They could be not so good emotions. They could be emotions of a spouse. Because these are, I was chatting with somebody yesterday, and I could tell she was really interested in senior care, but she was nervous about her husband. And I knew this going in. I actually sent the husband a disc. And so she knew his behavioral tendencies. He knew hers. Same thing with another, the spouse in my business is an important variable.
Absolutely.
And I'm just making more of a conscientious focus. So that's one. I'm just going back.
Huge, actually. You know that.
It's big for me. I mean, I'm equating it almost to like when you buy a house. I like to say spouses are usually not. I mean, they're either the accelerator or the brake. They're not neutral. You know, so when clients initially get on the phone and they say, "Oh, my spouse is fine with whatever," no, they're not. What's fun is when somebody comes on and they realize, well, franchising isn't for me. I said, well, tell me why that is. Well, it's because of my wife. And I was like, well, I didn't realize she was on this journey because 2 weeks ago you said she's not involved. So now all of a sudden she is involved. So it's just practicing and recognizing the comments people make, and when to identify an opportunity. Family is a big part of it. You know, people will say, I'm looking for a business for me and my son. Like, does your son know that? Does your son know that, you know, you're trying to, you know, direct his career?
Yeah.
And you know, meanwhile, the son's 20 years old, living in the basement playing video. Like that, those are much different discussions than. And I say, I can't help you with a business for your son, but I can help you explore opportunities for yourself. Becoming easy where I'm actively seeking out more emotional discussion. I mean, I've had people talk about some pretty deep stuff. Like deep stuff. I mean, I've had clients who've lost their kids through suicide. I've had clients with like gender issues. Getting downsized is nothing compared to some of the things. And they bring up these very personal, I mean, you need to toe the line, and we do a pretty good job, I think, of saying, listen, I want you to get the support you need personally. And I do believe this because personal happiness dictates professional productivity. And I tell them that, but I will help you with the professional side. But the U 2.0, what we do does dangers represent the past, opportunities represent the future, and the strengths are how they bridge the gap. So I focus really on the strengths, but also touch on the dangers. What do we want less of? And then what do we want more of on the opportunities? And the way, Vibha, you presented the material really aligned nicely with that, whether it was still have that equation written down, dissatisfaction times vision times the first step. If that's greater than the resistance, those are actionable. It's all about taking action.
Right.
Yeah. Because we can't help those who can't help themselves. I'm on calls every day with people who cannot help themselves. Right. So, I mean, those are the things that really stick out with me. something more than nothing. And then I really liked, was it Vladimir?
Vladimir, yeah.
I liked that session too. Because it's similar format, aligned with a lot of the things that we do, particularly on that vision statement. His comments on why people say no. There's either a lack of trust, a lack of curiosity, a lack of empowerment, lack of vision, lack of emotion, a lack of justification leads to a lack of action.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just because there is no one size fits all, one business fits all. There's no one. So that's what I do enjoy about it. Mm-hmm. So those, I'm not sure if I'm answering the questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is bringing challenges and hearing, from Chris and Shantanu and April and the challenges that they faced in their businesses and tactical ways to overcome. I'm a big strategic and tactical guy, even though I'm not military. I'm very big. I've lived the engineering driven. So Chris, I can totally appreciate what you say about sales. Maybe some misconceptions on just sales in general. It's so general in so many different industries. But also have an appreciation for the engineering driven and the processes. And it's helped me also how I go over a disc profile with somebody. And if they're a high D and a high I, and they can maybe find alignment with somebody who a consistent business that does it strategically and consistently, that's a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
Franchising is all about S and C, consistent. And when you have a high D, a high I, it's really a nice match. But I can only speak so much about it. They have to go and experience it, meet with the franchisors, learn about culture, leadership, and succession. Could they see them? And then they start to feel like they have a little more control over the direction of their professional lives.
Yeah. I like the way you're saying it. I mean, it's very, very courageous for people to take that, entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah, for some people it is. Yeah, absolutely. And there are some. I mean, you're paid some, but it's just funny. I am conservative, but it's about investing in oneself. I think we're all doing that, certainly in this group. And how we do that might be different tactically, but we're all investing in ourselves. And those are the aha moments I think our clients have when they realize they want to take a little bit more control. Very few of them are not confident in their abilities on whatever it is they do.
Yeah.
And they're very confident in their running a business development, sales, engineering, technical, but it's can they find the right match alignment with a business who's going to benefit from that so they can build it for themselves and not necessarily somebody else.
Yeah. So that's great. So I have 3 items from you. Emotional connection, which is very, very critical. I think this is the higher level of sales, advanced sales that we talk about. If you can get into why they stick to you and they're very committed. You talked about DVF greater than hour, which is pretty good as well. And Vladimir's negotiation as to why people don't take action.